Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel Legal Decipher. In the previous video we had discussed about the offences relating to false mark of property under chapter 19 of the IPC. If you have not seen that video, you can go and check it. The link is in the description below. In this video we are going to discuss about the offences relating to marriage under chapter 20 and 20A of the IPC and discuss the contents therein. So if you are new here, please like and subscribe to my channel to get the video notifications. So let's get started. So today we are going to learn chapter 20, which talks about offences relating to marriage. Now section 493 and 496 relate to mock or fraudulent marriages. So these sections talk about mock marriages or fraudulent marriages. Section 493 punishes a man who induces a woman to falsely believe that she is lawfully married to him. If a person is inducing a woman to make her believe that this person is the legally married husband of that woman, so she is falsely made to believe that, just to have sexual intercourse with her. So this man is doing so just to have sexual intercourse with that woman. Such person shall be punished with imprisonment which may extend to 10 years and shall also be liable to fine. Now this offence is very near to rape as defined in clause 4 of section 375, under which consent is given by the woman for sexual intercourse under the belief that the man was lawfully married to her. And section 496 talks about marriage ceremony fraudulently gone through without lawful marriage. So this section punishes a person who dishonestly or fraudulently goes through marriage ceremony with a man or woman, but there is no actual lawful marriage between them. So if that person does so, then he will be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. Now section 494 and 495 talks about bigamy. So bigamy is the act of remarriage when the previous marriage is already existing. Now section 494 punishes an offence of bigamy. It states that a person marrying again during the lifetime of husband or wife shall be punished with imprisonment up to 7 years and shall also be liable to fine. Now exception is that this section does not extend to any person whose marriage with such husband or wife has been declared void by a court of competent jurisdiction. So that person can remarry once the marriage has been annulled by a court of competent jurisdiction. But it says not to any person who contracts a marriage during the life of a former husband or wife, if such husband or wife at the time of subsequent marriage shall have been continually absent from such person for the space of 7 years. So if that person is not in contact for 7 years or more, then that person can remarry and shall not have been heard by such person of being alive. So that person is off for 7 years and he has not been heard to be alive. Now let's move on to section 497 that talks about adultery. It says whoever has sexual intercourse with a person who is and whom he knows or has reasons to believe to be the wife of another man without the consent or connivance of that man, such sexual intercourse not amounting to the offence of rape is guilty of the offence of adultery and shall be punished with imprisonment of either description for a term which may extend to 5 years or with fine or with both. In such case the wife shall not be punishable as an abettor. Now after the 5-judge constitution bench in the case of Joseph Shine versus Union of India, the Supreme Court has held that section 497 of IPC and section 198 of CRPC are unconstitutional and violative of article 14, 15(1) and 21 of the Constitution. The court has observed that on a reading of the provisions, it is demonstrable that women are subordinated to men as much as it lays down that when there is connivance or the consent of the man, that is the husband, there is no offence. This type of language treats the woman as a chattel. It treats her as the property of man and totally subservient to the will of the master. It is the reflection of the social dominance that was prevalent when the penal provision was drafted. It was also noted that the section doesn't bring within its purview an extramarital relationship with the unmarried woman or a widow. It treats the husband of the woman to be a person aggrieved for the offence punishable under section 497. It does not treat the wife of the adulterer as an aggrieved person. So presently this section stands unconstitutional. Now section 498 talks about enticing or taking away or detaining with criminal intent a married woman. So this section punishes a person who takes away or entices a married woman from her husband with intention to make that woman have illicit intercourse with any other person. So that is the end of chapter 20. Now chapter 20A only contains one section. That is why we will also cover this section in this video. Chapter 20A talks about cruelty of husband or relatives of husband. So this chapter and this section was inserted to the Indian Penal Code after the increasing rate of household offences upon the wife by the husband or the relatives of the husband. So as the domestic violences increased, this section was implemented. It was inserted in the IPC in 1983. It deals with those cases where cruelty to a woman by her husband and her in-laws are done. Whoever being the husband or the relative of the husband of a woman subjects such woman to cruelty shall be punished with imprisonment for a term which may extend to 3 years and shall also be liable to fine. Now the explanation says that for the purpose of this section, cruelty means any willful conduct which is of such a nature as it likely drives the woman to commit suicide or to cause grave injury or danger to life, limb or health, whether mental or physical, of the woman. So if we carefully understand this section, then we will see that all the physical and mental tortures are included in the explanation. All the willful conducts that drove the woman to commit suicide or cause grave injury or danger to her life, limb or health was made. All these topics are covered under the explanation. Now harassment of the woman, where such harassment is with a view to coercing her or any person related to her to meet an unlawful demand for any property or valuable security, or is on account of failure by her or any other person related to her to meet such demand, are also covered here. So generally when the woman is asked for any property relating to marriage, or she is asked to contact her parents for the purpose of gaining more property or valuable security, all those harassments regarding the claiming of property from a woman or her parents are covered in this section. Now we have also heard that this section has been widely misused, but let's understand that section 498A is not unconstitutional. The possibility of abuse of a provision of law does not make such provision arbitrary or unreasonable and cannot be declared ultra vires if it is otherwise intra vires. The Supreme Court in Arnesh Kumar versus State of Bihar issued guidelines to be followed by the investigating officer in cases of cruelty against women. The court expressed concern over the manner in which provisions of section 498A are abused. So thereby the guidelines of that case are strictly followed by the police personnel. So that is the end of this video. We will cover chapter 21 in the next video. So that's all in this video. If you like my videos, then don't forget to smash the like button and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching this video.